This is our single arm row with a band. We're going to start with an open-ended band, and I'm going to give you several options for how you might anchor that band, and then we'll move to a closed-end band. So if you've got a bench seat at home, that's really ideal. If you don't have a bench seat, a couple of chairs is fine. I've actually anchored this one to start with. So like I say, open-ended resistance band, and I've actually just tied it to that's going to be the front of our bench. Tied it to that back chair leg. So for our row position, we're placing our front hand underneath our shoulder. Our back knee is under our pelvis, stabilizing our hip. Our leg here is just wherever feels comfortable. A little bit of a bend in the knee. Try not to hyperextend while you're doing it. Long through the back. So you'll see I'm not rounding down through the shoulders. I'm not arching through the back. Just finding a long level. If you've got a tendency to arch your back, then just kind of doing a couple of these, even with your phone recording or something, and having a look and seeing if you can feel where neutral is a really good idea. When we do it, I'm moving my head around a bit, but when we do it, thinking of being long through the neck, but you can also look slightly up to engage some flexion in the back. So taking hold of our resistance band, and you might have a little bit of a feel depending how wide your chair is. You might want to shift yourself a little bit further over to get the right sort of balance. We're looking at having the bend in the elbow, and the elbow wants to stay close to our sides and kick back as we draw the shoulder blade up across towards the center of the body. So again, you might look slightly up. So just avoiding the elbow going out and pulling up towards the chest. If anything, we want to tuck the elbow slightly in and pull the hand slightly away from the chair. Another option is, depending on the type of chair that you've got, you might take your open-ended band and just fold it up a little bit and place it under your hand. And same thing, it's just anchored under your hand. If you feel like you have a lot of pressure through your wrist for this exercise, just letting your fingers go off the front end is a really nice option. Just reduces some of the pressure, but just check that the shoulder is over the hand. So there's a couple of options there. And then we've got our closed end band. So you might loop that around the chair, same thing. The other one was tied, this one's just looped. You would obviously start with a pretty low resistance because you're going to be double strength here. Elbow in and back. Shoulder blade does the work. Checking shoulders at back and down. The other option, same kind of thing. Holding the band in this hand, loop it through your hand this time rather than having it folded up underneath. Same concept. Anchoring that side. Long spine, look slightly up. And drawing back, just keeping an eye on the angle of your wrist and keeping it as neutral as possible.